we are going to pick 5 games
Yes.
from the NFL slate this week, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to keep a season record on this as well.
Okay.
So, first, and we're just picking them straight up. We're not picking against the spread. Eric and I are not betting guys necessarily.
No.
Like, so we didn't want to get too confusing and give bad information or anything like that. So we're just going to be like, beyond the box is straight up pick'ems. Like
Yes.
this team versus this team. Who do you got winning that game?
Yep.
So we're going to start on Thursday night
Yes.
with the Bills at the Los Angeles Rams. Who do you have in that game, Eric?
I got to go with the Bills. I really like the Rams repeating or possibly as contenders, but I think the Bills are too loaded. I think this is a good setup game for them playing in a nice, comfortable outdoor environment where it'll be warm. I think their weapons are just going to be too much. I think the Rams defense is going to be really good, but I don't think we're going to see it out of week 1 with the Bills as their first week 1 opponent. So I got the Bills in a close one to fill that one out.
Okay. And I'm going to go with you on that one as well. And the reason why I'm going to do that is I do think the Rams will be good. I'm going to actually get this off the screen here and we'll go back here. The reason why I think that the Bills will go into Los Angeles and win is number one, Josh Allen, who I have on another fantasy team. So I'm going to be rooting for them.
That's a
But
good pickup.
also, there's question marks about Matthew Stafford's arm.
Yeah.
And so if he's not at 100% health, and listen, in Detroit, we know that Matthew Stafford at 80% health is still better than most quarterbacks in the NFL. We get that.
Facts.
I totally understand that. But is
Mhm.
it enough to beat a team like Buffalo? Probably not. So I'm gonna go. We're in lockstep there. Here's your next game:
Mhm.
Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Who do you got?
I'm gonna go with your guy. I'm gonna go with Bengals. I don't buy the Pittsburgh offense. I do like Najee Harris, but I think they're gonna have to lean on him too much. I don't think Trubisky is gonna have the greatest sailing in his first few weeks as a starter. We agree there. I don't think he's gonna have that starting spot for long. So I think the offense of the Bengals is gonna be too much to withstand. So I'm gonna go with Cincinnati to get the first win.
You're gonna go with Cincinnati, and I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
also go with Cincinnati just because
Okay.
it's a home game and
Right.
Mitchell Trubisky, right? I mean,
Right.
at the end of the day, it's very difficult to pick a winning team with Mitchell Trubisky, unless he's playing the Detroit Lions, of course.
Yeah.
But but
Yes. Yes.
he's not in this case. He's playing Joe Burrow, who has been dealing with some preseason injuries as well.
Mm-hmm.
You got to imagine Cincinnati hungry,
Mm-hmm.
is hungry, right?
Yep.
And so we're both in lockstep, right? We're either going
Yep.
to be 2-0 or 0-2.
Yep.
We're going to pick the Detroit game last. That's why I've skipped them. Okay.
Cool. Yep. No problem.
Kansas City at Arizona.
Ooh. Ooh, that's gonna be a good one at Arizona. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. Like, I don't believe in the Cardinals at all. I think Kyler shows that he really misses DeAndre Hopkins when he doesn't have him, and I don't really buy too much into Hollywood Brown being his number one guy, especially with a lesser version of a Lamar Jackson with Kyler as his quarterback.
Right.
I want to see. In order for me to buy that the Chiefs are regressing without Tyreek and that Pat Mahomes is regressing, I got to see it first. So for now, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I can't buy into the Cardinals week 1.
We're again going to be in lockstep on that one
Okay. Okay.
because I don't trust Kyler Murray as far as I can throw him.
No.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the reason why I passed on him multiple times in a fantasy draft because I don't want him on my team.
Mm-hmm.
Why he got the contract he got is it still be like, listen, I'm happy for him that he got paid and he's done enough to get paid. I don't want to knock the guy for an owner being or a general manager being stupid.
Right.
That's not his fault at all.
Right.
Like, good
Mm-hmm.
for him.
Yes.
In that position, I would just never have given him that money.
No.
But I don't think that makes a difference. Like, he's just he's an average quarterback to me, if even average.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the reason why he has all the hype is because of fantasy football, because of the dual
Yes.
threat that he is, and he's an above average fantasy quarterback. Like,
Right.
hear me, but when it comes to the NFL, he's just about average. He's not
I'm with
like
you.
doesn't throw a great ball. He has terrible pocket presence because he just
Yes.
wants to use his legs all the time.
Yep.
where at least Lamar, to a certain extent, will try to extend plays to get the ball down the field.
Yeah.
Kyler doesn't, right? And so I'm going with Kansas City. Here is our fourth game. It's a Sunday night game. Tampa Bay at Dallas.
Oh God. I'm gonna do something that really don't want to do. I'm picking Tom Brady.
Oh, really?
Ah, picking the Bucks. I
You
don't
don't
like
like
the.
Tom Brady? Like, now there's this revelation that you don't like Tom Brady?
I can't stand Tom Brady. If there's anybody that knows me, that's known me for my lifetime, I've never liked Tom Brady. I don't like him
Hey,
at all.
Chris Harris, MVP, the MVP, Chris Harris has joined back up and commented on our fantasy talk. So I'm going to interrupt you real quick because I just have to throw this comment up.
Let's
Thank
see.
you, Chris. Thank you very
Oh,
much, Chris.
yeah,
Team
we're
AJ.
sleeping on him. That kind of sleeper. We sleeping on
No,
him. That's
man.
why.
No, no,
Mm-hmm.
no.
No,
Everybody slept on him except for me, and he's gonna pay huge dividends.
it's okay.
Chris,
It's all
my
right,
man,
Chris. You'll see.
keep it going, man. Team
You'll
AJ
see,
all
brother.
the way. Back to Tampa Bay and Dallas. Go ahead.
Yep. Give me the Bucks. Give me the Bucks in this one. I think Brady is gonna find a way to take advantage of that defense of the Dallas Cowboys. I think they have some. I think Parsons can make a big push for defensive player of the year, but the rest of that defense terrifies me. Like you lose Randall Gregory, that even with I forget his name. I think Diggs playing as well as he did last year with getting interceptions. Outside of that, he's not very good at coverage.
Thank you.
He's going to
Yes.
get, I think,
Thank you.
abused by a veteran quarterback like Tom Brady. So I think the
Maybe.
Bucks win by at least 10 in this game, honestly.
The question though is going to be, can the offensive line of Tampa Bay uphold the rush long enough to keep Brady upright?
Mm-hmm.
And Dallas's defense is actually not going to be that bad this year. So
We'll
for
see.
those reasons, we have our first disagreement, and I'm going to take Dallas at home on Sunday night.
Okay. Okay.
It like more than it pains you to pick Tom Brady, it pains me to pick the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I hate both of them. Like, I hate
Uh,
everything about the Dallas
right.
Cowboys. I can't
Well, see,
stand Tom Brady. So,
I like Tom Brady. You don't for whatever
oh,
reason. Like
mm,
I don't know. I mean,
sorry to
how
hear
do you
that.
hate the greatest player of all time, but greatest quarterback of all time?
If we can make a whole episode out of that. We'll wait, but that's cool.
Maybe we will. Maybe we
Mm-hmm.
will. But I'm gonna go with Dallas. So that brings us then to the Detroit Lions hosting the Philadelphia Eagles, 1 o'clock on Sunday. Who do you have in this game, Eric? You're drinking the blue Kool-Aid. So I feel like I can already mark it down. Oh, and you're pouring more. You're pouring more
I listen.
blue Kool-Aid at this point.
I've been sipping this thing since we started. I have to keep going until they prove me otherwise. I'm gonna go with the Lions in this one. I think it's set up for them to show that they can beat a team like the Eagles. While the Eagles do have a lot of talent, the Lions do as well, and a lot of it is coming back in a position where they're not all necessarily new, especially on the offensive side. So I'm really banking on the offense to kind of carry this team into being better than the Eagles this week. I think they're gonna show. I think they have that advantage. I like the run game against them. I think Jared Goff has a pretty good game spreading it around. I'll take the Lions in a close one. I'll take the Lions in a close one.
So for the exact same reasons that you just said, but the opposite, I'm gonna pick the Eagles.
Ooh,
And here's
okay.
why. I love the Lions, and I don't wanna be, I wanna be very truthful in the way that I go about analyzing and looking at this team this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm excited for them. And yes, I think that they are exciting. But until they give me reason to pick them, I'm not picking them.
Okay. So you're doing the reverse of it.
I'm doing
Okay.
the
Yeah.
reverse,
Yeah. Make them
right?
prove it
Like for
first.
all the reasons that I mentioned to you earlier as well, right? They got demoralized by Philadelphia
They
last year.
did. I was at that game. It was
And
horrible.
Jalen Hurts is still the quarterback. And
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts now has just in getting AJ Brown, he has a better weapon than he had all of last year.
Mm-hmm.
And now that's coupled with Devonta Smith 2 years into the league. And their running game could be iffy, right? Nobody knows what's going to happen with Miles Sanders, but he can
Mm-hmm.
be dynamic as well. And then their
Yeah.
defense improved. So, I mean, it's going to be very difficult to run on this team, especially when you just lost your starting, was it right guard, left guard in
I think it's the
Vaitai?
right guard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's going to make things difficult.
It
And so
is.
I'm going to straight up pick the Eagles. in week 1. Now,
I'm
if
not
the
mad at that.
Lions win in week 1, I'll be pouring blue Kool-Aid too. And I'll be saying, "You know what? Okay, against week 2 against Commander, sign me up."
Mhm.
I'll even wear the going to work Lions hat if I have to. You know
That'd
what
be a
I
good look
mean?
for you. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So that's where we got 3 agreements, we got 2 disagreements, and we're
Yep.
gonna keep a weekly running total. We can update people on the standings. I'll probably win this one too, Eric, just so you know. Um,
You think? Yeah. Your self
what
esteem is high today. I love
my
this for you, man. This is
you
great.
know,
This is what
it
happens when it storms in Michigan. AJ is a happy, very bold, courageous guy on this microphone. This is awesome.
Oh man. Okay, so don't forget, we got to come up with a bet for you for coming in last for fantasy football.
Let me know
Um,
what it is. You tell me.
I know, I got to think. The problem is I'm just not that creative. You know, Detroit Sports Nation's even throwing shade at me about doing the nay nay on TikTok. I'm gonna be honest with you. Unless I saw it, I couldn't tell you what the nay nay is.
Of
But I
course you
guess
can. I wouldn't expect you to. You don't know what
no.
the
That's
name is?
that's let it whip, and then the nay right like that.
Yeah, I say you did it. You do
Okay,
know it.
all
There
right,
you go.
see? I'm not
Hey.
I'm not hey, I taught middle school for 6 years, so, like,
Oh
or
man, that
actually,
was
no, I taught
great.
middle school for 8 years, so I'm like,
You know a little bit.
a
Okay,
little
okay.
bit, you know, they
That's
would,
good.
whatever. I try to stay current, but I'm not
This
really
is
that
a
current.
huge development for you.
Hey, whatever makes me cooler in your eyes, I'm good with. Whatever,
We go
that's at the end of the day, and then we get out on the golf course and you pay for my round and then I beat you there too, it's gonna be a good day.